Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. What in the hell is happening with Xdefiant right now? Oh my god, I feel like just a month ago I was reporting that the game was coming out sometime soon. I was super happy and super ready for it, and now I'm just ready to take myself out of the fight completely. Oh my god, this has been an emotional roller coaster for me in terms of Xdefiant. I went from hating the damn game to loving the damn game, and now I don't think we can even trust Mark Rubin and his team anymore, because right when I start recording a different video, I see Insider Gaming drop a new article that says behind Xdefiant's toxic work culture, crunch, and years of delays. And I was thinking, you know what? A lot of my subs come from the Xdefiant community. What the hell? Why not just let me cover this and give you guys my thoughts? That's exactly what I'm going to do for you guys today. So before we get into it, like and sub for more content like this. My members got to see this video before anybody else, and for 99 cents a month, I think that's a damn good deal. Okay, let's get into it. Now, just as a refresher, so you guys are fully aware, this is probably the fourth article that I've read this week just about Xdefiant's progress when it comes to the game actually releasing. You had Mark Rubin on the 23rd of March saying that, yeah, there's an update coming soon, and there hasn't really been much to talk about. You had Insider Gaming reporting on it. You had Eurogamer reporting on it. You had a few other websites reporting on this stuff as well. So as far as Xdefiant goes, people are talking about it, but not in a very good light. It is not a good time to be in the Xdefiant camp right now. I'm talking about people who have either been involved with Xdefiant or some insiders at Ubisoft blatantly stating that the game is trying to chase Call of Duty's ass, and essentially every time they step left, they step left. Whenever COD steps right, they step right as well. Following in the footsteps is more so what I'm trying to say. But before we get into the article that was released yesterday, I think this tweet right here I'm about to read is very important to the context that we are going to get into today. But like I said, on the 23rd of March, at Jaeger Slay says, imagine chasing COD at Play Xdefiant at Pixels and Mark. The one thing we did not want was a COD reskin. Drop the damn game and update it after we play. Crazy how this is still going on. The entitled mentality of this tweet is absolutely fucking insane to me. This guy clearly doesn't realize that whatever state the game is in terms of netcode is not going to get fixed overnight. So him releasing the game like tomorrow would set the game back so far and potentially kill it a lot faster than what people are placing bets on. But Mark Rubin says, just FYI, nothing about our delay is due to any new features. In fact, not much has changed from a gameplay standpoint. The delay has been due to tech issues we've talked about. Whoever said chasing COD in Tom's report was major eye roll, and he's referring to Tom Henderson from Insider Gaming. Now, speaking of Tom Henderson, he actually released this new article talking about the toxic work culture behind Xdefiant. Now, I'm not going to read the entire article. Of course, I want you guys to go read the article in its entirety in the pinned comment below, and then let me know what you guys think in the comments. But to open this bitch up, it says, quote, following Insider Gaming's exclusive report this weekend, it took all about 12 minutes for executive producer Mark Rubin and another disingenuous treat from Ashes to shoot down the rumors that Xdefiant's delays aren't related to chasing Call of Duty. Nevertheless, Rubin did confirm that the game has yet again been delayed, but its latest delay was because of, quote, major technical issues related to the game's netcode, which is an issue that has been outlined since November of 2023. So these major tech issues involving the game's netcode is something that Mark has talked about before. We all know about this, and he's been pretty transparent with it. But I'm starting to think that the transparency is running the fuck out, and that is a reason why I don't think we should really put that much trust into Mark and his team anymore. Still some trust, but not as much as we've been giving them. There's another blurb I want to read real quick. It says, as Insider Gaming has reported, Xdefiant's shortcomings stem from several executives and directors on the project. They are internally referred to as, quote, the Boys Club by a large majority of the team. At first, the Boys Club was the name given to a select few individuals who caused constant problems for the game's development, and the term was collectively agreed upon by members of the team to feel a sense of camaraderie. But a couple of years later, that group grew to a dozen or so both male and female individuals, and its term has evolved into something much more bitter in the studio. The group has been the cause of missed deadlines, crunch, a toxic work environment, and multiple people leaving the project, said the internal sources. My major thing is, if you have a group of people like this who are causing all the fucking issues, why don't you just fire them? Why are you allowing these guys to essentially just be nothing more than shit starters and cause your project to get pushed back time after time after time? It makes no damn sense to me. The excerpt continues by saying the issue with the Boys Club isn't that its managers or directors telling developers what to do. After all, it's their job, but it's the lack of work ethic, unpleasant behavior, and the egos from these individuals that have created a really unhealthy place to work, said sources. One of their sources said, quote, one member has no design experience or people experience and has been given directorial powers because of personal friendships. It means that developers are left with responsibilities beyond their original job description descriptions, told to work tedious hours of overtime to complete tasks, and are often shrugged aside when suggestions don't align with the views of the higher-ups. Quote, there have been many instances where people have cried, had mental breakdowns, or stopped caring about their well-being because of the toxic environment fostered by the club. Now, before I continue into some direct quotes, because there are some anonymous quotes that were left in this article, you cannot sit here and tell me for one goddamn minute that Mark Rubin had no idea that this shit was fucking going on. I have a huge issue when it comes to groups being so fucking toxic, it makes people's lives a living hell. And when you're already on a project that has the issues that Xdefiant does, that's already stressful enough, mind you, now you gotta work around people who are not even deserving of the job that they've been handed because they don't fit the bill or qualifications. And then you have this group called the Boys Club, which is continuing to grow and grow and grow as per the report that I'm reading. So if you have all of this shit going on, how come Mark Rubin has not stepped in and done something about it? On one hand, we give Mark his flowers for being super transparent and just super up to date with what's going on with the game and then letting the community know about the shit that's going on. But I feel like all of this shit that we've been commending him on has just been a veil that's been put over our eyes, just so when something like this comes up, we are now more hesitant to judge him because of the shit that's going on. And again, like I said, you cannot sit here and tell me he has no idea that this stuff is going on. You cannot sit here and tell me that. But now into the direct quotes. Quote, the Boys Club is a closed group of protected individuals who think they're better than everyone else and do as they please without any repercussions. And this is an active developer that's working on the project who said this. Another developer said, quote, one member has a history of treating people extremely badly with more HR reports than I have ever seen. This one comes in from a former developer at Ubisoft. Quote, I was frequently told the following by management, what do you know? You have never shipped a game before. If you want to make it to where I'm at, then you need to do XYZ thing. They didn't really say what the XYZ thing is. I'm not going to make any sharp allegations or anything, but it doesn't sound too damn good. And then another active developer said, quote, I've heard that it's pretty bad over there, but it's bad everywhere at Ubisoft, to be honest. That right there in particular is pretty interesting to read, because if you think about it, he's basically saying that, yeah, the shit that's going on in the Xdefiant camp is bad, but nobody really knows what's happening outside of that. We just know what's going on in there, but the rest of the company is fucked. Now, what I'm about to read next involves the allegations that were thrown against Mark Rubin and his team as for copying Call of Duty pretty much bar for bar. This one says, speaking on the Boys Club and its pursuit of COD, one source said, quote, they will nitpick the feature to their liking, similar to COD, and tell the design/production teams to come back later once they make the appropriate changes. The quote continues by saying, even once the team makes those changes, the Boys Club will come up with something else and the process will repeat again for months, all resulting in either the feature finally being implemented into the game or being cut entirely. You know, reading that makes me wonder how much cut content there actually is for Xdefiant just sitting somewhere at a computer at Ubisoft. This next quote I'm about to read comes from a former developer of Xdefiant, someone who worked literally right under Mark Rubin. They say, quote, it's clear that the video game industry is not in a good place right now, but something has to be done. Whether it's the unionization of workers or anything else, something has to be done for contractors and workers in the video game industry. For the longest time, I was told, quote, that's just how the industry works, but I refuse to believe that meaningful change can't happen one day. Hopefully that day will come sooner rather than later. I definitely feel that the video game industry is a very weird industry to be a part of right now. I mean, it's no secret. You see AAA studios laying off 10, 20, 30% of their overall staff. The indie market is getting this huge boom, but for some reason, it's still not enough to sustain their success. So I agree 100%, and I feel like there needs to be a huge change, but I feel like this all just kind of dials back into a toxic work environment. I mean, again, it's really no damn secret. AAA studios are a very toxic place for a lot of people. And whether you want to say it's because of an agenda or whatever the fuck, I don't care about any of that. I really don't. I do not give one single shit or a good goddamn about it. We are talking about people's livelihoods here. We are talking about people's mental health. We are talking about people getting away with shit that they shouldn't be getting away with. Now, Insider Gaming did reach out to a Ubisoft representative and they made a comment on the situation. They said, quote, we take claims seriously and are committed to the well-being and inclusivity of all of our team members. Our preventative approach includes promoting standards of respect and civility, awareness and training, and effective conflict resolution. We have also put in strong reporting mechanisms, including an anonymous whistleblowing channel and robust processes to deal with inappropriate behaviors should they occur. Now, all of this sounds nice, but you gotta think here for a second. This is all PR bullshit. This is something that we wanted to hear and they told us exactly what we wanted to hear. And me being the more skeptical person in this argument right now, I have a hard time believing that. So I feel like this is just a bunch of bullshit that somebody said just so we could be happy and just be quiet about the situation. To me, after reading everything that I read, I'm still excited to see where Xdefiant is. I think in this moment, I'm just gonna go ahead and separate art from the artist and say that I'm still pretty excited to see where Xdefiant goes. However, I am going to be super fucking reluctant to ever believe anything that Mark Rubin has to say when it comes to Xdefiant. If it's anything outside of netcode issues, I'm not believing a thing he says, and that's just the truth about it. Again, like I said earlier, I'm going to give Mark Rubin his flowers for being honest and transparent with some of the things regarding Xdefiant, but you cannot sit here and tell me that this boys club that's been going around and running rampant through Ubisoft, you didn't know a damn thing about it. And nobody mentioned this, but I'm almost willing to bet that Mark Rubin is a part of this boys club. I don't want to make any harsh accusations, but I'm starting to feel like someone is in the know and they don't want anyone else to find out. In the words of George Carlin, it's one big ass club and you ain't in it. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I appreciate every single one of you guys for watching this video. Make sure you hit that like button, that sub button, and smash that notification bell for more content like this. And as always, my name is Red Beer Mortis. Speak loud, speak the truth, and I will see you in the next one.